Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Why do you look so unhappy?
Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier than me.
Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him.
This is no time for dead people jokes. Please.
You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it.
Something overlooked?
We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial.
This isn't going to be easy.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if that producer is going to come out.
The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand.
Or that director.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director! I make Steel Samurai, noob! Fail! Sal Manella. I'm a director. Television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it.
Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. During that morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. And that's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., and according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at the time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
What can you tell us about the run-through in the employee area?
It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and Evil Magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL, she was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four.
Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Oh, right. Thus the limp.
Which, of course, led me to missing my lunch! ROFS!
Rolfs. Rolling on the floor... starving? Why am I wasting valuable brain power thinking about this? So you didn't eat with everyone else?
Nah, sucks sores because I heard they had T-bone steaks that the assistant cooked up.
So in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. Could you believe it?
That must have been tough.
Phoenix.
Yeah?
Doesn't something about that seem odd to you?
Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella.
What did you mean?
When I went to that trailer, I saw something on the table. There were 2 plates on the table. The same kind of plates as in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, the assistant went through all the trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat?
We took one break during that meeting. I, wolfed it down then.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. Halt! Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that nobody left their chairs during the meeting?
Oops!
Well?
Mr. Manella, what's this all about?
Well, yeah. I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time.
Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well, Mr. Manella. Your testimony, please.
Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing.
Yeah, FWIW, we took a break. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that. But that's just me. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
2:30? That's the time of death! So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak? What else?
There were 2 plates on the trailer table.
Oh, right. The other one was D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer.
To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat.
I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast.
Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time eating that kind of food. Well.
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1.
What?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1?
Well, Mr. Wright, do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1?
I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it is impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time.
I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head!
It's actually Mr. Monkey. But Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct it.
I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand.
What? It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there are several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim.
Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi...
I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong.
Mia, don't tell me you're giving up! If you give up, what hope do I have?
Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's gonna happen to me? It seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us. And be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense may cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning.
Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground.
However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on.
Oh, right. Bailiff, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness!
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around.
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Witness! Cody!
He's having trouble with this gentle thing.
You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine.
I prefer bearded gentlemen myself.
A very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder.
Very well. Cody, please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal. Just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pat! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. And be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Course I do! I've taped every show! And I go to all the live performances.
That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Of course! Duh, my dad always takes me.
Poor dad. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio?
Actually, I've been there a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling.
Did anything unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual?
Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him. But his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight to the studio.
Yeah, and when I got there, the Steel Samurai was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
I see. What did the bad guy look like?
A guy. A person. Kinda tall, skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy?
I don't know. He was kind of far away.
Huh. He's being awfully vague. What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. Yeah, what a great actor.
Yes. I suppose he was. You said if you had your camera, that would have been the time for a shot. You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
Objection! Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you just say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Huh?
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Uh-oh. Was I putting on the pressure too much?
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Objection! Mr. Wright, how cruel are you to terrorize a poor child so?
I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court.
What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney?
Well, Cody,
What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that?
So you did have a camera, and did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Yeah! I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. Yeah, he's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules!
Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away? Not even once?
No!
Okay. Then tell us exactly what happened. Did the bad guy attack him first?
Yeah!
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person! He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
Cody, why did the bad guy stop moving?
Well, 'cause the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap! Something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops!
How should I play this? Cody,
What?
something's bothering me. Before, you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah? So what?
Yet you missed the most important part.
Objection! What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated that he quite clearly saw the events as they unfolded.
Objection! You know as well as I do he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of a murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part. The killing blow.
Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
That's the thing.
Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out.
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. So why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
Why did Cody look away from the fight? The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
But he wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that too.
Exactly! Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture!
Hey!
Bullseye!
What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Cody, there's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So, you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again.
Right. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid.
Yeah. You're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? That's all that happened. Yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
Cody?
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then? That you go to every live performance? And that you always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands his final blow? Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's the perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. What? No. Wait. No way!
Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is.
Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually?
Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder?
I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win!
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone! Ever!
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet, to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth!
Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean Cody. Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Cody, that day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay, you're right. The Steel Samurai fell down, then he didn't move.
Order!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim!
Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell!
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we have all made a serious error.
An error? What's this all about?
If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
Order! So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Willpower's foot injury.
But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony. She never saw the victim herself. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
Why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it! I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit! Cops!
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah! A photo on my digital camera!
What?
Show us. Quick!
No way, man! Not if you're gonna look at me like that!
No!
Here. This is it.
Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor! Look at this!
I see. A gate?
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct?
Ah!
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
But that's impossible.
Huh? What's this all about? Please, explain so that I may be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here, in Studio 1. However, what do you see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, the true scene of the crime is here, at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Sal Manella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime, and the path to said scene was blocked.
So we've heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes. I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Sal Manella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2!
Order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
Objection! This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he pilfer a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume.
I have proof!
You do?
You do, Mr. Wright?
Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume.
An empty medicine bottle?
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea.
An idea? Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. And with that, this court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers.
As you say, Your Honor.
This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Court is adjourned.
Whew, that was a close one.
We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial.
Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back then.
Me too.
Dead?
Of course we're kidding.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer before tomorrow's trial.
Right. Thanks.